We're Sarah and Jess pulling chairs to the table, sharing these stories wild and unstable. Trash talk to tacos, it's how we play. New episodes dropping every Tuesday. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real.
Welcome back to another episode of Talking Trash and Tacos, where we explore things that keep you up at night and the questionable internet searches that come with them.
Yeah, like how long does it take to dissolve a body in lye? Which, if you don't know what that is, it's a chemical that can basically make you disappear. Totally innocent here, just a thought and research over coffee.
FBI agent assigned to my search history is probably super tired right now.
Same here. I picture mine sitting there shaking his head like, not again, lady. Poor guy probably needs hazard pay. Same with my chat GPT.
True. So today we're talking about true crime obsession, and why we love it and why we can't stop listening, and whether this fascination makes us a kind of bad people.
I mean, kind of bad people or a lot of bad people.
Yeah, because everybody loves true crime.
Yeah, so buckle up. It's about to get dark, deep, and probably slightly inappropriate. All in the name of curiosity and caffeine.
So first, let's get the obvious out of the way. So true crime is everywhere. Podcasts, Netflix, YouTube, deep dives. It's a full-blown cultural addiction.
Absolutely. It's not just curiosity. It's like we're watching a train wreck in slow motion whilst taking notes on what not to do if someone ever tries to kill you.
Exactly. It's a survival research wrapped in drama. So you get to explore danger, but from the safety of your couch in your own home. I mean, who doesn't like that? Maybe you're under your blanket or your emotional support beverage is at hand.
Plus, there's this weird comfort and understanding why people do awful things. Like, if you can figure out the psychology in that, it's less random and terrifying.
That's true. I mean, that is why I've listened to it and watch it.
To see why.
So, yeah, because chaos feels manageable when you can explain it, even if it's because he had mommy issues and has like a fascination with power tools. People are weird.
That's a red flag. At what point does curiosity become disrespectful?
Yeah, it's like we're discussing real people's tragedies while sipping coffee and saying, so then he buried the body in the garden.
Exactly. Imagine being a victim's family and seeing memes about it on TikToks with dramatic music and eyeliner tears. It's a little gross sometimes.
Yeah. It's
Or
like,
too soon.
yeah. Hashtag too soon. It's like, tragedy becomes entertainment. We binge it, we review it, and then we move on. But for the families, it's a life frozen inside that trauma.
Right? There's a fine line between awareness and exploitation. And true crime fans, us included, of course, walk a line every time we hit play or every time you make a post.
I do. I know. So let's bring this a little closer to home to Elm Street in North Toledo, Ohio, of course.
Yeah. So on Investigation Discovery, write this down, guys. There's a series called The Real Murders on Elm Street. Season 2, episode 1 hits the heart right here in Toledo, called Someone's Watching Her.
Yeah. So the log line, I don't know what a log line is. 20-year-old vanishes and a cryptic message surfaces, and detectives follow the threads pointing towards an Elm Street abandoned warehouse.
The format is tight, construction, interviews, and a breadcrumb trail you can actually follow.
Yeah. So within that episode, it's a girl. Has a bit of a delay, if you will. So she probably acts more like a 12-year-old than a 20-year-old.
That's what they said. Yep.
And she would ride her bike. Number one, don't let your kids ride their bikes in North Toledo. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't even let my kid do it in my neighborhood either. So I'm just saying anywhere.
Just don't let your kids have a life.
Yeah, you keep them locked in the house to play video games.
And if you have a Citizens, you know why, because that thing is popping.
Yes. Oh my gosh. On the way home the other day, there was like this guy on drugs and he was talking to himself, smacking signs, wobbling all along. And I was like, oh shit.
And you never know. It could be one moment, one instance, just like that poor girl
Yeah.
on the subway It's just scary.
It is scary. So she ended up being raped by a semi-home no, he was homeless, a homeless person living in that building, and they think like he kind of lured her in. And that's just sad, and it is close to home, and people are, young people or someone that might be slightly delayed or just delayed, they are vulnerable. I mean, some people are very gullible. Maybe you're normal and you just don't know what's going on in the outside world. Don't venture out there unless
Yeah,
you're aware.
do not do it.
So, yeah.
Our tips as
Yeah.
viewers, keep track of timestamps and who confirms what. Those two things keep you from getting hypnotized by a narrative. And I do want to take a quick second to say Brian and I actually called the
Oh.
non-emergency crime line, like police. By the way, don't even do it because I think you just get a voicemail and you have to leave a message and it just is not worth it. You might as well just call 911 and at least tell them what you have to say.
Fingers crossed they show up because
Yeah.
sometimes it takes a long time.
Our situation was just a weird one at the park, Manhattan Marsh. It backs up to Chase School. There was, we get there, a van, side doors open. Brian and I are like, that's weird. We should walk around. And if we see people, let them know the side door to their van they left open. No big deal.
Their car
We-
might not start when they get
Yeah, so we're walking the Manhattan Marsh and we're getting right past the gate entry, if you know, to Chase. They have their own like entrance to the park. And right past there was this gentleman, and Brian said, "Hey, buddy," and I completely already forgot about the door being open at that point. He said, "Do you drive a van? You left your van." He said, "Yes."
Oh, yeah, he did say
And he said, you left your door open. And so we didn't think anything of it. We're walking on. Brian starts saying, "I've got a bad feeling." He's like, "I used to be a criminal and I think like one, and I know that guy was up to something." I noticed he did have a plaid shirt on and he had these like earbuds in his ear, like just black holes inside there, like speakers, maybe. I thought hard of hearing. I don't know. My thing was, Brian, nothing was weird. He was on a phone call. So that's why he acted weird. Because after he told us yes to having a van, he wouldn't answer Brian anymore. And he was weird. He started walking back to the parking lot, which was probably only 5 minutes away. We start walking on the trail. We get a little bit further. And Brian's like, "We have to turn around. We have to find this guy." So we go back to find the guy. We don't see him until we get to the parking lot. And as we're getting to the parking lot, I told him, "Brian, take a picture of the van." As we're getting ready to take a picture of the van, the guy comes walking around the corner and he says, "Not my van." Well, the weird part to that is he said he had a van and walked back. The only two vans in the parking lot were our van and that van. So why would the guy walk back to check his van door if he didn't drive a van? And Brian, what Brian should have said is that your van there? Because what I think was happening is he didn't want us to know his vehicle. He
What
wanted
car?
us to think it was the van. And we found out the van had a car seat. So there was two girls and a baby we seen. So we figured the van wasn't his. But then after he said wrong van, he walks back into the park and proceeds to go to the trail, but to the right instead of the left towards the school. And we just had a bad vibe about it. So either way, it could have been nothing, but it was weird. He was standing right by the school and he acted so awkward. And why would you say you had a van if you didn't? Anyway.
This is Sarah's mind, like a
Yeah.
hamster wheel. All
Yes,
day.
I'll
Something's gotta be
I'll
happening.
edit that a lot too.
No, it was so cute though, because I mean, I would probably number one, I think any like single guy not on a jog is weird in a park.
And he fit the profile, let me tell you, of true, like, what's that
creeper.
Lifetime movie where he kept the girl in the shed locked up?
Oh.
Dead serious. But I did go home and entirely search the sex offender list, and I couldn't see him on there, but I know exactly what he looks like. And we took a picture of what we think his car was, which was a nice car, by the way.
So we're not sleuth fluencers over here. We're just neighbors. We're just trying to be kind and factual.
And that's the more gray zone. We say it's raising awareness, but sometimes we're just consuming tragedy like it's the latest Netflix drop.
Yeah, because to us it is, but to someone else it's their life. And I don't know how I feel about that until I would lose someone. Knock on wood, I don't really know what it feels like, and it sucks. I can't even imagine.
So I get emotionally like saddened by these documentary shows,
Mhm.
especially the true ones.
Yeah. I think so
Like the
too.
true crime series where they play it out and you're like,
It's insane. So it's about intent. Are you learning? Are you empathizing? Are you advocating? Or are you just feeding this dark curiosity? I would like to say, even if you're feeding a dark curiosity, you're still learning something, and hopefully you'll remember it in a time when you need it.
yes.
So you can honor victims and highlight systemic failures and talk about safety without turning trauma into entertainment.
Yeah. It's the difference between let's gossip about this murder and let's understand how it happened and how to prevent it again.
And maybe remember, these are real people, someone's daughter, someone's mom. It's not just a case for our podcast.
So maybe we don't have to feel guilty for loving true crime, but we should be self aware about it.
True. So it's okay to be curious about the darkness, but do not forget that a light was lost because of it.
Beautifully said.
I know. ChatGPT is amazing. So until next time, stay weird, stay safe. And remember, if your date suggests a true crime reenactment, you should probably run. Like, you're not making a movie about Dexter today, buddy. Not doing it.
Nope. I love Dexter.
Love Dexter.
We're Sarah and Jess pulling chairs to the table, sharing these stories wild and unstable. Trash talk to tacos, it's how we play. New episodes dropping every Tuesday. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real. Heartfelt, bizarre, the chaos we feel. From late night debates to pondering why. We're your best friends on a podcast. Hi. Casual chatter like friends in a room, bright as the sun and loud as the moon. No subject sacred, no thought too small. We're chewing on life, answering its call. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real. Heartfelt, bizarre, the chaos we feel. From late night debates to pondering why. We're your best friends on a podcast. Hi. From top shelf wisdom to jokes down below, we've got a rhythm that'll steal the show. Hold your coffee, spill your tea, talking trash as tacos in glee. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real.